Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. Today was a work from home day, so I am dressed down. Please forgive me. Speaking of work, I wanted to make a little video to talk about how to identify narcissism in the workplace. Now, you may be working with a full-blown narcissist, or you might be working in an atmosphere with people that may have narcissistic tendencies. Of course, it exists on a spectrum, but I just wanted to point out some identifiers for narcissism in the workplace, or things that you might experience at work with others, and you can say, this is familiar. I know what this is. I know what this might be. So you can kind of prepare yourself for how to deal with it. I wrote some things down this time because there's quite a few that came to my mind I wanted to point out, and there's more than what I wrote down, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So the first thing I have here is they exaggerate their accomplishments. They embellish. So what I mean is they'll say things like, of course, if exaggerate their accomplishments is very self-explanatory, but they'll say things like, I'm the only one that can do X, Y, Z around here. Or, I saved the entire company last year. My efforts is what pulled this company out of the blah, blah, blah. And my company, my efforts or my contributions is what took the company out of the red, or whatever the case is. They take the credit for the success of the company. Even though, in most cases, it's a team effort, right? You might have made a major contribution to pulling the company out of the dirt, but, a narcissist is going to try to take all the credit for that. And like I said, they think they're the only ones that know how to do everything right. Okay, so the second thing is they require excessive loyalty. Excessive. Everyone requires loyalty, but they require excessive loyalty and praise. So if there's a moment that they did something and you forgot to give them praise for it, they're kind of praise junkies, right? You forgot to give them praise for it, you better watch out, because the backlash is on, and they're going to remember. They are going to call it out. They're going to be very upset with you that you didn't have the opportunity to praise them for what they did, no matter how entirely small it was. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Okay, so the next thing is they often make decisions without involving other stakeholders. Self-explanatory. But they'll do that, and they'll have a reason why they did that, and to justify why they did that. The next one, they have a grandiose sense of self-importance, arrogance, and fantasized talent. So, again, they're big exaggerators. The next one, they focus on their self-image. There's a big focus on their self-image. The next one, they ensure that others perform in a way that elevates their image or reputation. So everyone else is really there to just kind of be like little puppets in a show to boost their image, their ego, their center stage appearance in this big finale, or whatever the case is. Everyone's just there to serve the narcissist. We're just all little players on the stage play, little actors on the stage play. The next one, they will violate boundaries. So they don't really have an interest in what your personal boundaries are. And like one of the things they'll often do is expect you to work outside of They'll expect you to violate your healthy, let's say, work-life balance boundaries. So if you have softball games for your kids to go to in the evening, they might expect you to put that on the back burner and attend to a matter at 7 o'clock at night when you're at the softball game. And they have no concern for the fact that you would like to put that family time first during those hours, because they expect you to put the needs of your job first for whatever reason. They just like to violate your boundaries, whatever your boundaries are. That was just an example. They like to rub elbows with power players. So those are the people that are, always making sure they're rubbing elbows with the right people inside the company and outside the company. The next one, they lack genuine empathy towards others. You'll start to notice this, or you'll start to notice a pattern. Now, some narcissists can fake empathy because they learn how to fake or mimic empathy from watching others. But I'm talking about a genuine empathy. They make themselves the center of attention. They make themselves the center of everyone's universe. And they just lack empathy for others. They just really don't have a genuine care about what's going on in your life. Or what's going on with you, period. Next one, they seek high degrees of personal and positional power because they want to ensure control. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. They like to be in control, so they will seek high degrees of power. Next one. You'll really start to see if someone's doing this repeatedly in an organization, but they like to use triangulation tactics and they like to be passive aggressive and use triangulation tactics by planting seeds of doubt to others around you about you. So basically, and they'll never come to you directly about their complaint. So their goal is to erode trust and allow them to recruit their flying monkeys and recruit unknowing third parties to do their dirty work. So what I mean is, say for instance, okay, you're in a triangle. So there's the narcissist, there's this unknowing third party or flying monkey target, then there's you. So the narcissist will go to the unknowing third party and start planting seeds of doubt about you. Hey, it's passive aggressive. And hey, did you hear about such and such and such and such about you? About this person? And it's not really, it might not even be that bad. It might not even be, it's just a seed of doubt. Might not even be that crazy. It's just something to plant a seed. So this person starts thinking, I don't know. So then they start looking at you to look for evidence to back up what this narcissist told them. And then they start kind of getting in between and starting to unknowingly do the dirty work of the narcissist and getting involved in this triangulation. And you don't even know what's going on. You just know this person's talking to this person. Maybe they have a grievance towards you and they don't want to come to you directly. Or maybe it's just completely made up. It's just completely made up. And they're going to this person and not going directly to you to clear things up. So it's making this person look at you suspiciously. So if they can recruit enough people like that, they can have you as like an outcast. If they have you targeted as someone they want to like encourage to quit or leave the company or bully, they just want to bully you for whatever reason, they don't like you, for numerous reasons. One could be because maybe you see through the narcissist, or maybe you just don't comply with the narcissist. You don't bend to their will. They don't like that. Or you have your own mind, you know, you don't just do whatever, everything the narcissist asks you to do. So you got to go. They want to kind of push you out. So let's start recruiting these flying monkeys, planting seeds of doubt and these third parties, triangulating people against you until you kind of feel like you've been gaslighted and you're just in this toxic environment and you really don't even know what's going on. It's just all this manipulation and backstabbing, and you're just in this toxic environment not knowing that a narcissist is pulling all these puppet strings and you are the target. Triangulation. The next thing is they like to use fear, guilt, shame, punishment, and manipulation to gain control. So if you feel like you are in an office environment and you're walking on eggshells, you might be working with a narcissist. Kind of like an abusive relationship, where when you're in an abusive relationship and you're scared to say or do the wrong thing because the narcissist is going to get angry and blow up or react in a certain way that makes you uncomfortable. If you're in an environment like that at work, you're probably dealing with a narcissist in your office or someone with narcissistic tendencies. The next one, they are very unwilling to receive correction or even be questioned about anything they do. Like if you question, it could be totally innocent. It could be totally benign. It could be maybe they made a slight error with something and you're like, hey, you know, next time, why don't you do it this way? Oh my gosh, no, you cannot tell a narcissist to correct their ways or that they did something wrong or that they should do it another way. They will snap at you. They will bite your head off. You will become enemy number one. You will be on the end of you will be in their target practice. If you upset a narcissist like that by trying to correct them, give them constructive feedback, give them any type of even positive solutions to a problem, any of that, no, they're not having it. You will become a target if you even come at a narcissist like that. That's how you'll know you're dealing with someone with narcissistic tendencies or a narcissist in your office. The next one, again, kind of ties into what I just said. They're resistant to opinions or problem-solving solutions or feedback. It could just be the most innocent, benign thing in the world. It doesn't even really have to be critical. It could just be, hey, next time, why don't you try doing it this way? It might work out better. I don't want to do it that way. You know, like, how dare you tell me? How dare you, the non-narcissist, tell me, the narcissist who knows everything, how to do something? How dare you? You are going to pay. It's the craziest thing ever. They are, again, highly adverse to criticism. And if you do have a situation where you sound critical or you're criticizing something they did, what they're going to do, deflect. They're going to blame shift. They're going to blame shift. They're not going to take ownership of any errors that they make on their part. They're never going to take ownership. They're going to completely shift the blame. As soon as you come at them with any type of criticism, it's going to be like a tennis racket. They're going to hit that ball back to you or the next person or whoever's in line to catch it. Nope, I did that, or I didn't. They're not even gonna say I did that. That happened because so-and-so didn't do something. That happened because everybody didn't do this, and that. It has nothing to do with what I didn't do or did. Like, no, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna blame shift and deflect. So, they are very, very, very adverse to criticism. The next thing, the last thing for now, is they are the rule breakers. So rules set up in society, social norms, don't apply to the narcissist. They are above the law. So this could even come down to anything unethical. It could be anything illegal. It could be range from anything from stealing office supplies, doing things on company time that they shouldn't be doing, embezzling. It could be really just doing a range of things. They have no problem doing it because these rules don't apply to the narcissists. Narcissists are above the law and they are rule breakers. Rule breakers. So that was just my quick list. Didn't want to be on here too long. Just some things off the top of my head that I've thought about from my vast experience of working in office environments over my lifetime since I was a teenager. Recognizing office narcissists. These narcissists might be your coworkers. They might be your office managers. They might be a receptionist. It might be your CEO. Could be anybody in your company. Narcissists are everywhere, under every rock. I mean, there has been an estimate of 50% of the population having narcissistic tendencies or being a narcissist. At least I saw that statistic floating around somewhere. Of course, we don't know for sure how many people are narcissists because, as stated in the past, narcissists often do not go to therapy or do not go to get help. Their victims do. So that's the only gauge we have in having any idea of how many narcissists there are out there. But I do agree with the whole idea that there's probably about half of the population suffering from this. So in some degree, like I said, it's on a sliding scale. So I just wanted to throw those things out there and see what you think, what signs you think you might see in an office environment that might tell you that you might be working with a narcissist. Comment below what experiences you might have had at work and maybe, or in a professional setting where you might think you might have been working with a narcissist or a person with narcissistic tendencies. Or if you disagree with anything that I've said today or want to add to it, use the comment section for that. As always, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and, stop back for the next video that comes out hopefully this week sometime. And I do appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by and sharing in this moment with me and listening to all my rambling thoughts. I really appreciate everybody that does, and even the people that don't. Anyway, I want you to have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.